Welcome to Finance Friday, our first Finance Friday of 2020. And today we're going to be talking about how the client controls the processing timeline. Is that the actual name of the title?
That is the actual title.
Okay.
Yay for scripts.
Welcome to Finance Friday, where we talk about facts and fundamentals of finance on Friday.
We had a conversation with one of our lenders about processing files, whether it's calling a client, speaking with a client directly, or clients submitting documents. And this lender rep is very experienced, very eager and enthusiastic. Our kind of rep. She's a go-getter, wants to get it done.
She was on vacation and was still willing to take the call and schedule a call with our client.
And she's kind of new working with us. We had worked with a different rep at this bank previously. In any event, we had this conversation, the introduction conversation. She said, the client never realizes just how much they control the processing timeline. So Linda, what in our experience at Aurora Consulting have we seen as one of the number one things that a client can do to control the timeline?
Making yourself accessible, phone, email, pigeons. What would be another one?
Keeping appointments.
That's kind of a sub-part of accessibility.
In a way, but also, the thing about keeping appointments is you've set a deadline to submit a document. I'll have the document in by Tuesday and then it doesn't show up. That's an appointment. That's not a matter of accessibility. The thing about appointments is not only does it give you control over your loan application, but also, if you are continuously missing appointments, you're sending a negative message to the lender about your financing request. It's not a priority for you. Why should it be for them?
Right. You're going under the pile.
Here's another hint that we have for controlling the timeline, which is I'm going to just defer to Linda because this is her area of special expertise.
This is my all-time favorite pet peeve. Go ahead, ask me.
What is your tip, Linda, from your area of expertise?
Manage expectations! We actually did a video about it already. It's popping up right now. Even if you miss an appointment or you have to delay a time slot of whatever is happening, whether it's a call, whether it's documents to be submitted, let everyone know. Or if even better, if you know ahead of time of your own timeline of when you are going to be able to get to that task, set the expectation, manage the expectation. It's a process.
And keep the appointment on that expectation.
And then be accessible. It all builds onto each other.
You see what we're doing here?
It all builds onto each other.
Another tip we have for you controlling your timeline, your loan application.
Submit your documents as soon as possible.
And when you do submit documents, submit them in an orderly and organized fashion. Can't tell you how many times we see PDFs show up with just the scan codes from the scanning machine or some coding that may be referenced between a business owner and their accountant that we don't understand. And we're working for the client. Imagine when that goes to the lender. It's going to slow down your process. So relabel your documents. If it's the 2016 personal tax return or the 2018 year-to-date income statement, label it accordingly. And the same thing with your emails. Put in the subject line of your email when you're submitting to the lender what this is. Document submission and the date is what I like to do in my emails. And then in the body of the email, I put a list. Attached to this email are the following documents. Sometimes your document submission is too big. And what do we like to do when we don't want to send stuff by email, Linda?
Dropbox.
Boom. Cloud access. Maybe you're on OneDrive. Maybe you're on iCloud if you're Apple devices.
There's a lot of clouds out there.
And it's a really great way to manage the document flow between you and us as your broker, or if you're doing this directly with the lender, you yourself. Oh, that sounds like control.
Oh, who doesn't love control? I'm going off script here because this is where you come in as the expert and you're a professional managing financial documents for 30 years. We've also done videos on important documents to have at the ready. That video is popping up. It shouldn't be that difficult to submit documents quickly. I know it sounds so demanding. Banker isn't the only one making the decision. There are other people involved. So the longer you take, the longer it takes to go through all of the process.
There are people in the process chain, and you having control of your timeline really helps you tremendously if you enact that control. And we'd be happy to send you the documents checklist so you can prepare now for a financing request sometime in the future.
Something free that we can provide so we can continue to be a resource for you to streamline your financing request.
And that gives you more control.
More control. I think there's a theme here.
There's a bit of a theme.
You can get that by signing online to our website at www.auroraconsulting.biz. Thank you for joining us on our first Finance Friday of 2020, the new decade. I'm Linda Ray.
And I'm Trevor. We're Aurora Consulting.
Financing solutions for your business success story.
And what do we like to do when we don't...
Do it again.
And what do we like to do when we don't like to send emails? And what do we like to do when we don't want to put a...
You know that's not making the editing process.